Hi everybody, welcome to Beyond the Lines. My name is Sarah, I'm the artist by Pinselgeschichten, and today I'm working some more in the Outlander coloring book. I'm getting some of this page here, the shop on High Street. What did I call it? I don't remember. I'm getting that done, and unfortunately I'm having a bit of a quiet day, so I'm not talking too much, but I'm talking to you about shading and how I combine colors for the vendor to pop out in comparison to the background, but though still being subtle with the shades of the colors and such. So I hope you enjoy and have fun. All right, let's get going. Today I think I want to move on with the background here, and I think this is, well, a little bit of a more sophisticated kind of a building, so I'm not gonna color it with wood walls and colors. But I think it's a stone house, so I'm using the same grays I used for the dishes here, or for the plates, better said, to color the background. And I'm starting with a very light gray, and I will bring in some darker grays later on, because this is where the light hits, the light from the window. So the walls are going to be a little lighter. I'm just bringing in one base layer of the light warm gray. Sorry guys. There's still pollen in the air, and in the mornings I do cough quite a bit, and it is morning. I just got up actually, took my medication, and I'm already at my art desk because I'm not having too much time today to do all the things I have to do. So I thought, let's get an early start with this video. Actually, I was supposed to film it yesterday, but I was so tired. I pretty much slept all day. Jeez. Thank you, Pollen. Whew. Yeah, I pretty much slept all day yesterday. Didn't film anything art-wise. So I gotta do that today. And it's one of those days where I have a little trouble controlling my hands. So I'm just going a little slower than usual. I have to see how far does the window go. So this is window frame. I think it is really just that bit here. That is a stone wall, or I'm making it that. And since I'm using colors that I used last week, this is going to be recognized by the viewer's brain. It's called color repetition. And that will make the background look smooth and harmonic and calm, quiet, not busy. So, let's see. Gonna bring in the cool grays now. The same one that I used last week. And I'm just gonna shade where the light wanted, and that's Jörn's alarm clock. So if you hear him getting up in a minute, don't be surprised. Like I said, it's really early in the morning that I'm filming. Come on, get your alarm clock. Do I have to get you? Seems like it. Back in a sec. So, Sarah filmt. There we go. He's awake. Ish. He greeted me with the words, "I'm not home," so I guess doesn't want to get up, but he has to because we've got things to do. But back to the coloring page here. I'm putting down a layer of the cool gray where the shadows are. That is this corner here. And actually it's this whole wall because it faces away from the window. It's right next to it, so there's hardly any light bouncing off of anything. And then there's a little more light towards the right-hand side. And this shelf casts a tiny little shadow too. I'm gonna bring in a tiny little bit of Payne's gray for the corner here. I'm just gonna layer a tiny little bit of indigo on top. But very little only. All right, on to the shelf. I think I want the lighter brown that I also used in this section here. And I'm going to shade it with burnt umber, which is the brown tone I also used in that other shelf. So I'm just using pencils I've already used. Which won't happen for like the whole picture, but for the background here, I think it's just neat. Now, what do I want to do with you? This looks like metal, so maybe a dark gray. Yeah, I'm gonna use the same dark gray that I used for the wall. It is actually cool gray number 4. And then I'm gonna bring in Payne's Gray for shading. So I'm starting on the right hand side because the light comes from the left. And then I'm gonna shade with a little bit of indigo too. At this point I'm just gonna liquefy my whole pigment that I put down, because I'm not sure yet what I want to do color-wise for the candelabras and the what's it called? Chandelier. Haha, words. So that gives me a little time to think what I want to do. Onto the shelf. I definitely need to refill my brush in a minute. I forgot to do so before filming. Wasn't maybe the most clever thing to do, but well. Can do that now and still think about what I want to color the chandelier. My brush is refilled, and I think I want to go a little coppery, and that's a word, for the chandelier. So I'm gonna bring in the copper pencil. I need a color underneath. This is not working well. I forgot that the metallics are a little difficult, so I'm taking, what are you? Raw umber to put underneath the copper. And I might go over this with gel pens later on if I need to have reflections, but for now, just gonna go with the watercolor pencils. Let's see how the shimmer goes. I mean, it's fine with me for now. I see the shimmer. I don't know if you do on camera. Probably not. Let's see if I lose it once I put water on top. It's not too bad. I see a little bit of shimmer, but I'm probably gonna use, or could it be wood? Undecided. Maybe I'm gonna use this as wood instead of copper. Let's see. But I need my candles. And again, I'm shading from the right-hand side, since the light's gonna come from the left. Gonna go in with Payne's Gray for the candelabras or candle holders, whatever you want to call them. And I forgot to put in my shadow color on the candle holders, so I'm gonna do that later. Gotta let that dry first. And in the meantime, I could actually start coloring her, because why not? Let me see. Gonna need a little bit of a cream color for her head. And then I'm gonna take my warm gray, the lightest one that I also used for the candles, to bring in some shading. It's almost like the mid-tone that I'm putting down here with that gray. And again, I'm shading towards the right because the window is to the left. That is one light source and another one is down here. So shading towards the right. Then I'm gonna bring in, let's see, I think a little bit of an ochre tone, or maybe this one, 178. Do I have that here? No. There it is. And that pencil is called Nougat. I'm gonna use that for the details. Just going around the line work that the artist gave me here. I'm just doing so to get a little bit of contrast and interest on her, because she's part of the focal point, so she has to stand out and have a little bit more of detail and interest in comparison to the background. And then I can move on to the skin tones for her face. And I want the 132. That's the lighter tone. And then I'm gonna shade it with cinnamon to have a little bit of a darker tone here in the shadow areas. I think she's gonna have brown hair, so I'm just gonna take the one from the shelves. Am I? No, I'm gonna take Nougat. So that was the one I used on her head. Oh well, I think this is dry enough, so ooh, that's the wrong pencil. I'm quickly gonna bring in indigo to shade my candle holders. And for her shirt, let's see, or her dress, I think she's gonna have a cream colored shirt underneath. So I'm pretty much coloring the same way as I did with her hat. What kind of dress is she wearing? I'm thinking something green, maybe. I'm gonna take do like the 173. I think that looks pretty darn good, so I'm gonna take that. It's called olive green yellowish. I think that fits well. There's a little bit of her shirt here. So I'm just gonna put in some cream. And her sleeves, gonna get the same treatment. And this bow here, I'm gonna get back to the cream color. I think that fits well. Again, shading towards the right. And now I need to decide what shading color I want to have for her dress. And I'm thinking I like the dark green, so 278. There it is. And that is chrome oxide green. So I'm gonna shade her dress. And I'm using less and less of this chrome oxide green the more I get to the left, because this is where the light hits. So I'm getting more of an olivey tone. And of course there's gonna be a little bit of dark indigo for the darkest shadows or just for contrast here and there. So I'm using the line work that the illustrator gave me. Ooh. And for, oh, I need to color her hands. Otherwise she's not having any. So I'm using the same skin tones as before. And again, I'm shading towards the right or away from the window. When it comes to choosing your colors or where to put your shadows, it's the same thing over and over again, because the light, well, doesn't move in a picture. But I want to also color her apron. And I'm gonna go for the same color combo as before. A little more of the gray, because she's casting quite a shadow with her arm. There we go. Now on to the water. First, the shadows of the candle holders, so that I don't forget. That sometimes happens. You're in your thoughts and you forget that you put down pigment. Did I? It looks like I already did liquefy that pigment on the candle holders. Oh well. We'll probably have to go over that hat once more with some colors, because I did lose the brown quite a bit, and I think I want a little more contrast, but that's fine. I can layer one more layer of brown on top. Once the paper is dry, that's not a problem. I like that green glow. That's awesome. It's a nice combo. That's my dishwasher saying I'm done. The important thing here with those ruffles is to really go bit by bit by bit and not transfer the pigment like between all of these ruffles, because then you're pulling shading color into the parts that are actually lighter, and you kind of get a muddy look and not the contrast between, say, this section and the front section. Oopsie, sorry. So it's definitely worth taking your time and going ruffle by ruffle. So onto the apron. Same thing here. Going ruffle by ruffle. And the same for the bow. And onto her hands. The vendor is done. Let me see the time. I think I can do that boss maybe before I call it a day. So I'm going in with my light warm gray. And a little bit of a darker gray for shading. And the Prussian blue. Is it Prussian? No, it's Indanthrene blue for the patterns here. All right, that is that for today. Gonna rest my fingers now because yeah, today is not a day to sit for 2 hours and color, but I think I got quite a bit done. I hope you enjoyed, though this was way more of a quiet video, me not being talking that much, but I hope you enjoyed the music that I put in. I'm gonna see you next week with the next part. I'm thinking, do I want to do the window or this one? This bit here? I'm not sure. I will decide over the next couple of days and you will see it in a week. Thank you very much for watching. If you have questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. All the pencils that I used today will be listed on the blog, so you can see that on pinselgeschichten.de. The link is in the description box below. And I'm gonna see you very soon. Take good care, have fun, and do some coloring. Bye.